the advantage of email for people that send email is that they do not have to align the recipient before initiating communication. The receivers of email suffer from a complementary disadvantage. Emails can arrive at any time and disturb them in whatever they are doing. Indeed, many people have set up their email deliberately so that it does disturb them, and they will interrupt whatever they are doing and take a look at the new incoming email. Take this example. Stan, the client manager for EDS, has created a sales presentation for a potential client in the medical industry that describes some new services Xerox can deliver. While he's on a conference call to discuss the latest version of this slide deck with some colleagues, he receives a new email when one of his colleagues is speaking.
What's been mentioned is in reference to the medical history form, and I think he was talking about the, what did you call it?
The glyph.
Sorry, say that again?
The glyph?
No, the medical history form.
Oh, the mark sense.
At Xerox about being able to put that in to eliminate the MA having to enter that even into the form. Remember?
Yes.
What did you call that? I mean, like I've called it, I refer to it as like the bubble forms and Scantron kind of thing, but and there's another product out there called Patient Link that does that, but I think you said that you're encouraged by after they've looked at it. Did I misunderstand that?
No. So here's what. So we do have it. The medical history, the patient registration form, is going to require additional data entry.
As another participant to the conference call is speaking, Stan switches to his email and reads the new message. He gets so involved in the message that he does not notice that the speaker finished her turn and that it is now his turn to speak. The speaker waits for more than 3 seconds before adding,
Did I misunderstand that?
at which point Stan wakes up, switches back to the presentation, and 5 seconds later starts his turn off with a tentative.
No. So here's what.
It is a rather stunning example of how distractible we have become. Stan has an apt name for the condition.
So that's like email-induced ADD.
Right.
It's interrupt driven, and you could actually see me doing it yesterday. I would hear the email come in, and I'll tab switch the email real quick, and then tab back to what I'm doing.
The notion of email-induced ADD captures the sense that this is a disorder induced by technology, not genetics. But the distraction is not just caused by the affordance of email technology. At least in part, it is driven by social practices. In many business groups, there is a morality around email that led to email-induced ADD. It says that you must read and respond to your email promptly. People send messages out minutes before a meeting and yet expect you to have seen it. There's an expectation that you check your email often, and indeed that you are at fault if you have not seen or responded to email. It is for that reason that BlackBerries have become such a vital tool for business people that travel. There is an expectation that you will keep up with your email even while on the road. For many, checking their email is one of the first things they do when they get up, and Stan is no exception.
How many new messages do you have? Only 3.
No. Since we quit last night?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 real messages.
But they already seem like you've read them.
Well, yeah, because I read them on my BlackBerry.
So Stan checks his messages the first thing in the morning when he gets up on his BlackBerry and will respond to anything that can't wait. For a global team with people in different time zones, such behavior is very, very common. I wonder whether the near constant monitoring of incoming email does not make people less productive. whether they can still do tasks that require more time to think, and whether people like Stan perhaps turn off their email for a while in order to ensure that they are not distracted. But Stan does never turn off his email, and I think he has a good reason.
Of it?
No. No.
Because you need to be reachable, or?
I need to be reachable, and I'm expecting answers for things that I'm thinking about. So I'll reach out with a question, and my ability to close out a particular chapter
Depends on
may
other
be
people,
gated on
right.
the answer. So I'm
Right.
sort of waiting for the answer to come
Right.
back.
Right.
So in Stan's opinion, closing email is not an option. And indeed, because he's dependent on others for his work, he can't close email. For Stan, it means that non-tactical tasks that require prolonged thinking and concentration are done at special times.
Usually, that space from 7 to 7:30, where I go have coffee,
Yeah.
I'm also thinking and planning, and the drive-in.
Yeah.
So where are the absolute isolated times? In the shower, for me.
Right.
In the shower,
Right.
right? Drive in,
Right.
coffee in the morning. Even though I'm sort of looking at the USA Today paper, I'm really trying to get my thoughts organized.
Right.
And this space in the morning from about 7:30 to about 9 o'clock, where before things really get going, about 9 o'clock is pretty empty for me.
Yeah.
And I do my best thinking and my best work early then by the want to do. So,
Right.
for instance, that presentation fundamentally was done in a morning early,
Right. Right.
right? It was
Right.
also done
Exactly.
over the weekend, right? With, when there's nothing on TV, even though I have a TV at my desk that airwash and eye wash for me, I basically am able to concentrate on that. I could never do that type of thing, during the middle of the day.
For Stan, then, strategic thinking has to be done when he's away from email, early in the morning, or indeed on the weekend. During regular working hours, he gives himself over to a heavy schedule of conference calls and email-induced ADD. Email-induced ADD, then, is not a pathological response to email technology by an especially distractible individual, but a behavior that is socially encouraged and even mandated. One cannot help but wonder whether it is productive for the organization as a whole to have so many knowledge workers tied to their email